Okay, my friends. So here's the data you just got done playing with in numbers 1 through 9 here. Let's use Sheets to check your math. If you didn't already use Sheets to do this, some of you may have, but I got a feeling a lot of folks just use their calculators or Google or something like that. So I'm going to bet that what y'all did first to answer questions 1 through 8 was you first had to figure out how many times I rolled these dice. So if you look down here in the bottom corner, it's 4,481 times. So then, for example, to get the percentage of the time that we got a sum of 2, I bet you took 473 and divided it by 4481. Now, the thing you got to remember, when you do that, equals that divided by 4481, and you press enter. That number in the form it's in is not percent, it's per 1. That number does not have a denominator that you can see. It's 0.1. You know what? Let's actually make it only 2 decimals to make life easy for ourselves. There. It rounds. I'm not sure why I gave you this graph here. It rounds to about 0.11. That's 0.11 per 1. 0.11 per 1. And we can do the exact same thing all the way down. If I double click on this, it'll take us down. So we end up with 0.11, 0.15, 0.17. And you notice if you add all these up, they add up to 1, which is what they should add up to. But I asked you for a percentage. Now, before we discuss number 9 here, I'm going to create another column over here. Now we're going to show you a cool little a cool little Sheets thing you can do. I'm going to go equals, and then I'm going to click on the cell next to it. What that does is it copies whatever's over there into this cell. And you might think to yourself, Sean, why are you doing that? Well, because what I want to do is I want to actually take these numbers and convert them to percentages by using this little button up here. Then I'm going to knock the rounding down so that it matches the rounding over here. Now I want you to look at the relationship between the numbers in the E column and the numbers in the D column. What is the relationship? Well, you notice the numbers are the same. I see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 7, 1, 7. The difference is that the numbers in the E column have that weird little symbol to the right of them. And it doesn't appear to have the same decimal point as the numbers in the D column. And both those things are true. The main complaint I have about the percentage symbol and why I don't like it all that much is that it hides the fact that there's actually a denominator that should be written there. For example, 11% should be written as 11 over 100. 15% should be 15 over 100. Oops, I forgot the 100 there. 17% should be 17 over 100. 16. You see what I'm getting at here? But what's happened is that percent symbol has co-opted the denominator. So when you see a number like 2%, people confuse what actually is there with the 2. Because 2% is actually 2 for every 100. It's not just a 2. It's 2 for every 100, which numerically is the same thing as 0.02 for every 1. It's a simple proportion. Whereas the number in the D column has a denominator of 1, and the number in the E column has a denominator of 100, which means you have to multiply the number in the D column by 100 to get the number in the E column. But the reason you're multiplying, you might think to yourself, why are you multiplying by 100? That makes it 100 times bigger. Because you're also multiplying the denominator by 100. So if you multiply the numerator and denominator by the same thing, the fraction value stays the same. So 0.02 over 1 has the same value as 2 over 100. If you don't believe me, come over here. 0.02 divided by 1. 0.02. 2 divided by 100. 0.02. They have the same numerical value. because they are equivalent. Hopefully this was good practice in going back and forth between a decimal per 1 and a percentage per 100. I hope it helped. Try number 9, which is where you describe how to change a decimal to a percentage, and then give number 10 a whirl. See if you can figure out the fake 12-sided die and how I goof with the sides. All right, we'll talk to you soon.